So, last night after my last post, it was really interesting because my husband came to the bedroom and he climbed in the bed and he turned on his videos and he was watching another video. But this time he was watching about the guy who videos with his wife, and he was Lake Fort guy, I think is his name. Anyway, he was watching a video that guy did and talking about why he doesn't fish bass tournaments, like professional bass tournaments. And he was talking about, it's a several part series apparently, but he was talking about how he, when he met his wife, he realized that, you know, hey, I can't be globetrotting all over the place. I've got to make a living and I've got to provide for my wife. And, you know, I've got to provide for my family. And I just thought, oh, that's really interesting, because you're going to be the first fisherman that I've ever seen or heard that said, I don't want to fish, and that's my top priority, you know. And that's another thing I noticed, that these successful fishermen, they have their family in their corner for them. And I'm sure that their wives have to make sacrifices, but I have a feeling that they do for their wives as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all turns out. And then I asked him, I said, you know, hey, why are you not doing any videos on your YouTube channel? Because he has one. And he said, well, I've got to get it set up. And I said, oh, really? I said, what does it mean? What do you have to do to get it set up? Well, it's a lot of technological stuff. I got to go online and I got to, you know, get on the computer and I got to do blah, blah. And I'm just rolling. I'm laying over there in my bed and I'm just laughing that he would say that. I wanted to say that in the last few days I've been talking about when I get my makeup on and I got to put my makeup on and blah, blah, blah. Just talking about the way I look. I'm not really hung up on my looks as much like that, but as a girl raised in the South, you don't walk out of the house without your makeup on. You fix your hair, you do your makeup, you go to work. When you go to work, you look professional. And it doesn't matter if you work at Walmart. I mean, you fix up. If you go to church, you fix up. If you go to the gas station, you fix up. If you go to the grocery store, you fix up. About the only time you don't fix up, and even then, depending on the situation, you don't fix up to go running. But in some cases, you actually do. My grandmother was real big on what you're wearing. She did not want you to walk out of the house looking like a ragamuffin, is what she called it. And you always had to have clean underwear on. And when I came to work with my aunt, and my aunt said, listen, as long as from your waist up you're professional and you're dressed and you look nice, your hair and your makeup are fixed. She said, I don't care what you got on your feet, because nobody can see your feet. So, and in Alabama that's a plus, because everybody wears flip-flops in Alabama all year round. Me not so much, because I have cold feet and I don't like cold feet. But in the summertime, I cannot stand to wear tennis shoes. It kills me. I have to wear flip-flops or sandals. I have to have bare feet. If I have on socks and tennis shoes, I'm hot. I'm adjusting my phone because people are walking by me and I don't want them to think I'm crazy. Although I really don't care what that last woman thought about me, because she's the one who's always in the break room. She's never working. I've never seen her at work. But that having been said, when I came to work, you know, it was all about being professional. So that's why I have a huge problem when I go shopping at Walmart or the grocery store or wherever, and people roll out of bed in their pajamas and they come in their house shoes to Walmart, or the Dollar General, as people call it around here. But I can't stand that. And where I work is a place of business, and people will roll up in my office in house shoes and flip-flops and pajamas, and sometimes no bras. And I just think that's tacky. I think that's sad. You should, out of respect for where you're at and who you're going to see and what you're doing, you should put clothes on at least, even if you don't do your hair and makeup. And one of the things that I regret the most is when my friend Jeannie, when she was still alive, she used to meet me for lunch. And at mid-daylight, she looked like she had rolled out of bed. We would meet at 12 o'clock over at Arby's, and we would sit, we would have lunch together. And she looked like she rode slap out of bed and came to see me. She looked like she had on makeup from 3 days ago. She had all kind of hairs growing out of her chin. She had her big baggy t-shirts on, sometimes even her sweatpants. She had her hair pulled back in a bandana, and I didn't take into account the fact that she felt bad. I was always offended because she didn't respect the fact that she was coming out in public with her best friend to put some clothes on and at least brush her hair and fix her makeup. And I was always offended by that, and I feel bad about it now because after she did pass away, and we were very young, we were only 35 when she died, I remember her laying in the casket, and I remember how everybody talked about how beautiful she looked and how pretty she looked and well put together that she looked. And she really did, and I was really proud that she looked so pretty. But in the back of my mind, I kept saying, but there's so many other beautiful things about her that don't have anything to do with her looks. She was beautiful. Whoever did her makeup and her hair did a great job, but I just kept thinking, if she knew that everybody was talking about her looks, she would be mad, because she was musically talented, she was a giving soul, she was generous, she was so sweet and wonderful to everybody, and people would be true. She would have been just truly floored that everybody was just concentrating on her face, but she did. She looked really pretty, and I try to instill that in my kids. When you leave the house, you need to take care of yourself before you go. And that's hygiene all the way down. They're only 11 and 13. They're not really concerned about hair and makeup right now, and that's fine. I don't care. But they gotta be concerned with how they look. Teeth brushed, hair combed, and then shave their legs. My goodness, they're girls. So it's how it is in the South and how we're raised. Part of my job with the DMV is to do the deposit, and I usually can get somebody to take the money to the bank after we get the deposit made. But today is my day. I gotta go because our bank running guy is gone doing inspections, and that's good because he needs to be out doing his job. But anyway, I've taken up enough time. I'll continue to talk more. I'm interested in having some videos of events that we have going on soon. So I'm hoping that things get a little better than just me sitting here talking to you. But I've enjoyed it. Y'all have a good day.